So watch this space. Well, finally tonight, when Karen and John Gauntley lost their daughter Jessica to brain cancer, they were determined that some good would come from their loss. So with the help of Will Blanche and a team of family and friends, they staged an epic challenge and set out to shout their cause from the mountaintops.
The foot of Ben Nevis, Britain's highest peak. A big enough challenge on foot in these conditions. But Will, who has spina bifida, can't walk, so he's propelling himself up by hand. He has strength of body and mind.
For me, it's about raising awareness of brain cancer in young people. We need to get that message out there because it's something that's not really got enough support at the minute, and it's actually one of the biggest killers in young people.
Bravo! Well done, Will.
The only pushing is through words of encouragement. The support team helps steer on the rocks. The plan is 3 mountains in 3 days. And the reason is the memory of Jess Gauntley, one of Will's bridesmaids who died from brain cancer. Her family and friends saw her die within 10 months of diagnosis. For Jess's father, John, this is part of a bigger challenge.
There's all this energy, emotional, negative, grief energy that we needed to put somewhere.
Where it's tough, Will crawls.
It's what Jess went through by being on a mixed ward, and was hell. And no teenager should ever have to go through that. Period.
Conditions deteriorate rapidly, and in the end, they have to give up.
Really is a massive achievement, and disappointed that we couldn't get to the top, but I think we knew this morning.
Day 2, the Lake District.
We all came off that mountain yesterday, absolutely soaking, really cold.
Today it's Skiddaw. Better weather, better terrain. But it's a very steep challenge. The aches of yesterday have to be put to one side. The reason for doing this comes first.
The real nub of the issue was how to make a child's life more tolerable on a ward when they're undergoing hideous treatments. Hair falls out, all sorts of horrible things happen. You're on drugs that actually make your body bloated. How to give something back to them.
Jess's family devoted time and money to make sure during her last months she could do things and go to places teenagers dream of.
Amazing, I love it.
They know many parents don't have their means.
Sometimes, parents can't afford to take them out, to give them days out. They can't afford to buy them an iPad, something that teenagers, certainly teenagers, that's what they do use to communicate.
Come on, Will. Come on.
They encourage, get Will up the mountain with more words, stand behind to stop him slipping back. Just to put things into perspective, there's a guy here pushing his cycle up the hill while Will propels himself using only his upper body strength and grim determination.
With the steepness, it's affecting the steering.
Other walkers are in awe.
Phenomenal effort. It's hard enough coming up here on 2 legs, let alone 3 wheels, so really hats off to him.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. We've made it to a peak.
Day 3, Snowdon. You can hear Will's pain. The start is gentle.
He is on his last mountain now, which is a superb achievement. He's got a strong team around him which are now used to giving assistance where he needs it.
And a big one!
The team has grown too. More friends and family of Jess to spur Will on. Halfway, we're warned it's going to be bleak near the summit.
It is going to get windy and it is going to get cold.
The fact that there's so many people here now doing this walk with us to try and raise awareness of this disease that takes so many children every year, and to get funding and, you know, just maybe in a generation find something that will alleviate the suffering these children have to go through.
500 children a year die in this country from brain cancer. On this ward, money is needed for a scanner at the Queen's Medical Centre in Nottingham, which can be used immediately after operations to check the success. And research may one day mean some youngsters won't have to die.
There is real need for more research to understand the illnesses better and to develop strong reasons and strong scientific evidence to develop new therapies, and also to raise awareness in society so that people are more aware of the risk so that we can make earlier diagnosis.
Grieving parents have a lot of power. It's an awful thing to say, but no one's really going to shout at them. So with the help of people at the QMC, we could at least put our 4 Pennethworth in, and to the administrators said, look, come on, we've got to get a teenage cancer unit going.
See, this is where they go everywhere.
At last that is about to happen. Teenagers are soon to be treated differently. They'll have their own space with a new unit opening soon.
We're going to have new TVs on every single bed, and with computers that we can talk to our friends with, and it's going to be loads better.
Nearly there. But still a rocky path ahead for all involved in facing this challenge.
When you lose a daughter or your sister, it shakes things up a bit, and you have to follow something else that perhaps is more meaningful.
At the end, the mist comes in. Heads in the clouds. One last effort. Will have to crawl again.
Come on, one more!
This embodiment of grit, determination. I mean, we all saw what he had to cycle over with his hands and his arms. And yeah, a few tears were allowed at the top. It was astonishing.
The team is what's kept me going throughout the whole 3 days. They've been superb.
Grit and determination. Getting through the pain.
And that's it for this series of Inside Out. We're back in January, but if there's a story you want us to investigate, email me at mari.ashby@bbc.co.uk. From Nottingham, goodbye.